But yes, we'll go one after, because I've heard every one of this, man. Then wedding pressure, because I've realized when I wanted to get married, I was not having an opportunity to get married. And once I realized my lifestyle changed and my perspective about life changed, and I decided I'm not going to get married, they're putting so much pressure on me to get married. And I've seen pressure in different ways, in different forms. First is what most people have started talking about is age. Everybody starts throwing age at you. Everybody starts throwing age at you. And my dad has a very unique way of reminding me my age. And it's almost a British the way he says it. Saikiran, you're not getting any younger. Heard this phrase? You're not getting any younger. And I tell my dad, nobody's getting any younger. Except Benjamin Button. I'm not delaying marriage because I hope to get younger. I'm not getting married because I have other desires in life. Like I want to get richer, wiser, smarter. There are other priorities in my life too. My dad said, true, but those three things are not happening at the pace at which you're aging. You're aging at 150 kilometers per hour. Those three are happening at 100 meters per year. Have some perspective here. You're not getting any younger. But the reason parents throw age at you in various forms is what you mentioned, is essentially because they think if you marry at the right age, you can have children at a young age, and that's what they really desire. They want to have grandchildren. And they want to have them at a time when they have the energy that they can support you and play with their grandchildren. Because for all Indian parents, their primary goal is grandchildren. They all want grandchildren. They never really wanted a child. They only wanted a grandchild. Children are the necessary pit stop towards grandchildren. If they could have avoided you, they would have gladly avoided you. That's why, the thing is, for parents, children are the job. Grandchildren are the salary. So when you don't give them grandchildren, they feel they worked hard all life, you're not giving salary. But what Indian parents don't realize is that medical technology has advanced a lot. Nowadays, you can have children at any age. And recently, a news happened in the US and replicated in India also, which gave me a different perspective about life itself. Which is in the US, there's one guy who had a child 3 years after he died. I'll explain. What happened was he was suffering from some terminal illness. Doctors knew he was going to die. So they saved his seed and deployed it in a surrogate mom and gave his grieving parents a grandchild. When I heard about this, I said, this is the service I want to subscribe to. No, if parents want a grandchild, make your own grandchild. I will give you the ingredients. Don't involve me in this process. But I'll tell you, this news you can see everywhere online, but I'll tell you the actual story that happened behind the scenes, because I have some very credible sources, my imagination. What happened, right? That guy, when he was discovered with a terminal illness, the doctors called his parents and said, see, your son is suffering from a rare disease. With a lot of money, time and effort, we can try and save him. But for the same amount of money, we can give you a grandchild also. What would you prefer? It was not a difficult decision for the parent. He's unnecessarily delaying the process. Let's cut off the middleman. Because parents will be brutal when it comes to a grandchild, man. Brutal, because they desperately want a grandchild. And everybody throws this at me, you're not getting any younger. Everybody says this to me, except my grandmother. Lovely lady. She never tells me, Saikiran, you're not getting any younger. She says, Saikiran, I am getting older. Do you know how old I am, Saikiran? Do you know how many ailments I have? I'm holding on to dear life just to see you married. That's my only purpose. Your marriage, my death. Your arthi, my arthi. Your havan, I heaven. And I tell my grandmom, that is the reason why I'm delaying my marriage. Because I love you. I want you to live a long life. Because you get pension. I tell you, all the pensioners' grandchildren want them to live a long life. All these FD grandparents' grandchildren, They are like, you can back up. But and I tell my grandmom, grandmom, see, let's imagine what you want really happens. I get married, and sometime later you pass away. Imagine what the relatives will gossip about that girl. Everybody will blame that girl only, no? This girl entered the house and that lady died. Imagine her plight. She has to marry me and deal with this guilt also. And my grandmom said, no, Saikiran, I'll not even wait for a while. I'll die in the wedding hall itself. You do the Mangal Sutra on stage, below stage, I will pass away. Like literally, you die, I die. And I told my grandmom, that is also going to create complications. Because I'm doing the Mangal Sutra on stage, and below stage, you kick the bucket. First, the caterer will feel bad because the sambar is spoiled. And again, these relatives will gang around and start wondering, oh man, this old lady suddenly had a heart attack and passed away. Maybe this fellow is doing intercaste marriage. No, right now the desperate situation in my house is, forget intercaste, inter-religion marriages. They're willing to accept intergalactic marriages also. My parents have become species agnostic. Earlier, my mom used to say, bring someone. Now she says, bring something. I'll accept anything. But to be fair, like my grandmother is really old and sick. She has a lot of ailments and somehow she's holding on to dear life. And all my relatives, they praise her doctors for keeping her alive. And I think the doctors are getting undue credit. My grandmother is alive not because of adopathy or homeopathy. It's Saikiranopathy. Or to be more precise, Saikiran not yet pati. But everybody puts pressure in different ways. One kind of pressure comes from dads. All the guys here, have you ever gone on a walk with your dad? Ladies, listen to that uncomfortable laugh. Because there's nothing more uncomfortable for a guy than going on a walk with your dad. Because when you go on a walk with your dad, he will talk. And sometimes profound philosophy will come out of it. And the reason why Indian men do this is that, Indian dads do this is that, Indian dads, once they get married, they forget how to speak at home. They lose their voice at home. Only once they leave the 200-meter radius of the house, the vocal cords will open up. Saikiran, the purpose of an Indian man. What are you laughing for? Like, you're questioning the Indian or the man? I have Aadhaar card to prove both. My dad was once telling me, Saikiran, the purpose of an Indian man is to do something that will make the family proud. If you can't do it, obviously you can't do it. At least get married, have children, and continue the family. So somebody in some future generation will make the family proud. Our parents think family is like a relay race. Keep passing on the baton, so someone somewhere will cross the finish line. And everybody will get the medal. No, that's how it works in our Indian family system, right? Somebody does well, all of us get to have some credit from it. You remember those sporting heroes who go abroad, win some big tournament. When they come back, there's a huge reception for them at the airport. And they'll put a big garland, and one uncle will also put his head inside like this. That guy is giving interview to BBC, and this uncle is giving interview to City Cable. I dropped into the stadium once. But why talk about others? It happened to me also once. I benefited because of something good my family member did. What happened was, I once got a wedding proposal because my second cousin cleared IIT. Because I can imagine the Telugu girl's parents thinking, we can't afford the IIT guy's dowry, but Saikiran is on discount sale with cashback. He may be not that smart, but he will be having some of the same genes, right? If not IIT, our grandchild will at least go to NIT. Future planning.